let me cover up because I know some of y'all, no shade, but some of y'all down south download bitches be gay. Now, it is Christmas. Not that it, no shade, not that it means anything more or less to me, but it's Christmas. I gotta come do a Tarot Land message on Christmas. You dumb hoe. Alright, let me chill. Because innocent until proven guilty. So we're gonna get to it right now. But I kind of already understand the verdict. But we're gonna, we're gonna see if it's actual factual. If you know, because even if I was in the wrong, which I think I'm not, I have no problem apologizing or deleting this video. Howsoever, God saying I'm within my destiny right now. Bitch. First and foremost, I'm gonna before I even say who the person is, and maybe because I'm showing leg like this, I'm promise it's not intentional. I literally was wearing this. I literally just woke up from a dream. That kind of confirmed, not the dream necessarily, kind of confirmed this message. I had a message, dream catcher message I was going to do a few days ago. I had it, not a few days ago, like a week or two ago, I had a dream that I still have not been able to narrate because God was like, just hold on to that, hold on to that. And we're going to discuss it in this message. I was waiting to do like a dream catcher live message or something like that. And we're going to get into it. One moment. Alright, so one aspect of that message I'm not going to be able to do today, but it's good because it has nothing to do with this. First and foremost, before I name this Tarot Land reader bitch, I'm going to tell you what she got a problem with. First and foremost, like I said, and very impromptu, I'm trying to even cover up, but to be honest, like, it's like I can't help it. Because like the impromptu, how my legs is a little bit out, but it's not showing anything. It's giving like you think I'm sexy. No red bitch. Um, I can't help that I'm attractive. God bless me to be attractive. Just because you do tarot does not mean, like I don't. Not, let me not even say tarot because the person I'm about to mention today to the general public does not do tarot. I don't do tarot. This person doesn't do tarot. I'm intuitive reader, right? A psychic intuitive. Psychic intuitive. The acronyms. Peep game. Now, if I cared more, I would pull up this person's birth chart because it's very easily accessible. And once, what the thing about birth charts is somebody has to pay you to get a birth chart read, and or if there's other circumstances where you can read somebody's birth chart without them verbally telling you, you can read their birth chart. If somebody physically or spiritually attacks you, you can go read their birth chart and do what you gotta do. Howsoever, I don't even care that much to read this person's birth chart. This person, who I'm going to name today, in regards to Tarot Land, sub in the comment section. Now, this person got a problem with my beauty. I've been doing these messages, and a lot of themes of the messages in regards to tarot readers in specific have been stuff about colorists and colorism and stuff like that. And it's like, wow, in the whole 2025, you might not make it the tarot reader I'm going to mention to 2026, or something's going to happen to you because you cannot attack or try to like. It's one thing if you feel some type of way about somebody. Generally speaking, don't got nothing to do with tarot. If you feel some type of way about somebody, you don't have to watch them. You don't have to communicate with them. But the thing is about digital content creators, whether you do tarot, whether you do readings, whether you do anything else, if God has destined you to be on the internet, if God has destined you to be seen, it's nothing nobody can do about it. I can't like I all glory be to God, I am beautiful. Howsoever, if you're offended by my beauty, like I don't know, there's things you can do so I don't pop up on your newsfeed. But some people are just meant to be on billboards. Some people are meant to be on the TV screen. Some people are meant to be like all over social media. This person, I got the notion of like the only reason why I am very confident that this person got an issue with me and it's very one sided and God's going very one sided come backhand slap this person is because like it's something about me being a mother, me being beautiful, and then soon as I like basically just start this message, start saying name and stuff, somebody just some like something about somebody, an auntie or something. It's like somebody don't like that. I'm right about that. Somebody like some basically a name just popped up. All right, a name just popped up. I'm not gonna say a name. A name just popped up while I'm giving this message, and it's the name of somebody. Um, I'm not gonna say auntie. It's a name that I known since childhood. Like basically, when I was younger, um, I'm just gonna give a quick narration because I don't have to, but just so you can understand. When I was younger, because I'm the eldest born of a minority family, I don't know about y'all if you ever have that same similar scenario going on, but as a minority, first generation American, and Caribbean African, it's like I didn't have that leniency in regards of going to school and getting in trouble. So when I go to school, I used to have to do what I had to do, be the bigger person. And a lot of scenarios I didn't want to be the bigger person in because I didn't want to go home and get in trouble. And it's kind of like to like God in a certain situation in regards to I'm learning like there's a time and place to do something, to say something, and in correlation to that example I was giving in regards to I couldn't get in trouble in school because I would get in trouble at home. Like I had this one bully, and this woman would bully me for no reason, for no apparent reason at all. Like at all, I never understood it. I was very nice to this person. I'm gonna get into that in regards, regardless. And like sometimes people want to bully you because they have problems with themselves. They have problems at their own home and residence. It literally has nothing to do with you. Just like this scenario I'm about to talk about now. So this person has a problem with me being a mother. This person has a problem with the career path I'm in. This person has a problem with the color of my skin. I'm saying it verbatim, just like that. I'm not lying. I have messages where I'm talking about certain people, especially in regards to Tarot Land. Literally, I did a message like 2 months ago in regards to Tarot Land. It was a tarot reader or something like that. It was a few tarot readers I didn't talked about because y'all keep popping up in the dream state and stuff like that. This person didn't pop up in the dream state. Now it's just like I know for certain. Um, so this person has a problem with my love life, my relationship life, but everything this person has a problem with is literally because I'm destined to have it and they don't. And literally, this person could have been destined to have all these things and with good results. God forbid now, but now they don't have it because they're hating towards me for no reason. I don't know this person. We don't live in the same vicinity state. You only see me on social media when you scroll on your For You page and I pop up, bitch. And let's get to it. The tarot reader we're going to discuss today is Water Star Vibes. Yo, I could, and because it's in correlation with this message, I could believe that Phoenix Marvelous bitch had an issue with me. Excuse me. I'm not. I don't want to keep bringing the person up, but like it's a correlation to this message. I can understand that scenario. That's somebody who's publicly came on social media, say they struggle with mental issues, is fairly young, could possibly have a lot more growing to do. It's not like this person is older in age and it's just set in their mentality. This person, like, I'm not saying they right for being a terrible person towards me previously, but I could understand that. But a grown ass woman, and she's not that much older than me. A grown woman, I will never understand. I will never try to understand how people in regards to digital content creation, especially Tarot Land, especially the spiritual community, can be beefing with people they don't know, never met before, over the internet. It don't make sense. Now, let's start the message off. Now, when I first was introduced to tarot, and you see how this bitch live in the most gayest of states, and like, is this whole like I'm in my robe and my legs all showing and stuff like that. It's like, damn, like, excuse my language, God forbid. It's like, all right, you're attracted to me. All right, you're very much gay. I don't care how many children you have. You're very much gay because I'm getting too many correlations to this. Literally, for the past 3 days, I just been getting channel messages of somebody's gay, somebody's gay, somebody's gay. What does that have to do with me? That has nothing to do with me. That's not even my sexual preference. I don't like women sexually. Now, I have no problem giving messages to people who are of the LGBT community. Like, my messages are not just, like, technically, my messages should be strictly for heterosexuals. But, like, God loves everybody, all right? God loves everybody, even the LGBT community. That has nothing to do with me. But for 3 days straight, I've been getting 3+ days straight, I've been getting messages about somebody's gay, somebody trying to do something behind my back. For the past, for this whole month of December, and it's not about December, September. It's December, September. Somebody even mentioned that earlier in the conversation today. Virgo, embodiment of the church. Virgo in regards to spirituality. Virgo in regards to life. Bitch, don't lose your life trying to fuck around with me. You in a very, very southern gay ass state. Geographically, let me do a lesson for you real quick. Geographically, where you live has a lot to do with the protection you could have. You could have. Why are you making yourself a slave? Yes, I live in the north. The bitch I'm talking about right now lives in the south. I know it's not in the past. We're not in the past, but if you're acting colorist towards me, if you're acting with characteristics of the past, and you want to talk geographically, you're putting yourself, excuse me, woo! You're putting yourself in a position you don't want to be in. All right. When I first was introduced to tarot, a lot of y'all know the story. I had a previous Sagittarius friend who introduced me to tarot, and then I started doing research on tarot readers who I enjoyed more, who I liked for different reasons. In regards to, there were some I liked because they were very entertaining. There were some tarot readers I liked because I felt like they had a positive, good message. Some tarot readers I previously liked, because they're very knowledgeable and stuff. As a scholar, I'm able to differentiate the different needs of myself within those previous tarot readers. So when I was starting off, obviously when I didn't know anything about tarot, I had to do my research. What a lot of people don't do when they first get into tarot. A lot of times people get into tarot, they watch everybody, not knowing that some people got good intent, some people got bad intent, some people believe in God, some people don't believe in God. God forbid on my life. And, Water Star Vibes was one of the first tarot readers. I'm gonna call her a tarot reader because, like, this whole woman of God act that you're doing, I know what you're doing behind the scenes without me knowing what you're doing behind the scenes. If you want to test my games, if you want to see, how God can really expose you on this live right now, I will pull my cards out, my intuitive cards, not my tarot cards, because I don't do tarot. And she don't like that. So what is the biggest beef with me is because we're doing the same thing in regards to the spiritual community. Once again, I'm going to reiterate, just like I do in a whole bunch of tarot messages, how are we in the spiritual community and beefing? I don't know you. I don't know you. You don't know me. You don't know the anointing on my life. And I'm not trying to start a problem, nothing like that, but once you, like, even some people in tarot land are witches, right? Even in spiritual law, even in witch or law, whatever they call it, you have to do something to somebody before they can do something to you. Generally, cause and effect. So once I find out that you did anything to me in negative intent spiritually, it's like, I promise to you guys, I keep reiterating, when God give me channel messages to come on here, I'm not personally attacking nobody. God generally if God tell me a specific message where it hurts your feelings, God forbid, is pointing you out, is making you seem like I'm attacking you, something like that, it's because you're nine times out of 10 you're literally doing something behind my back that I'm not aware of, and God needs you to know instantly, like, this not the person to play with. Usually, you know how long I've been sitting here, y'all. This had nothing to do with Terry Land, but like, you know how long I've been sitting here with love readings and financial messages. I want to get out to the general public, but these type of hoes keep trying to come in the energy of what and the feng shui of what I got going on and disrupting the flow. God forbid, not this 2026. I'm not fucking playing with y'all. It's so many other better things I could be talking about. Why am I getting channel messages of somebody being gay for 3 days straight? What the fuck does that have to do with anything? What's somebody's sexual preference have to do with anything? Literally, every time someone from the spiritual community, mind you, who is gay, be fucking with me, God literally has an interesting way. I'm not even gonna say it was God at this point, but like, I have there's an interesting way for God to show me that the person is gay or do gay shit or is sexually attracted to me. It happened with Astro Queen, it happened with Phoenix Marvelous, and now it's happened with Waterstar Vibe. I don't give a fuck what you appear to be. I don't care how many times you say God, 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 God in y'all messages. Y'all bitches is low key gay. I don't care if it's just fantasy, bitch. I don't fantasize about you. I don't. Anywho. So when I first started watching Waterstar Vibe, see, I'm a real one. I was just doing a prayer the other day. It was randomly, I was talking to God, and I was just like, yo, like, excuse my language. I was just talking to God, and I was just like, God, you know, I'm thankful in regards of like my personality and who I am as a person, because even though I might dislike somebody, I can never hate anybody, by the way. A fun fact about me, there's literally nothing you can do in my life to make me hate you. I can strongly dislike you. I can strongly pray to God to get you up out of here. Howsoever, I can never hate a person. So I was talking to God, I'm like, yo, excuse me. I was just like, God, I can't remember, yo, like, this bitch is ghetto behind the scenes. And I know this for a fact. Anywho's. So I'm like, you know what? And then, like, on top of that, I've been called. If you go to my early on Terror Land messages, I said these bitches be acting like, and it's not everybody, but like these Terror Land females and the ones that be pretending like they of God don't do no tarot. Not me. They be acting like God this, God that in their messages. Oh, I'm doing this by myself, self-made, all this stuff like that. But behind the scenes, they be collaborating with each other all the fucking time. God been told me this. It's a lot. It's a few tarot readers, intuitive messages, intuitive messengers, false prophets. Not me, that get on this app and pretend like they self-made, but they be, I don't know if they got group chats. I don't know if like another variation I've seen is like one tarot reader will do a message, then another tarot reader will come and piggyback off the message, then another intuitive reader will come, not me, will come in and then piggyback off their messages because they don't got shit to talk about. I've learned this early on. They, for a long time, some of these readers stop getting communication from God and don't got nothing to talk about. So now they relying on each other. If you ever wondered, and now sometimes readers can pick up on the same messages, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you can really tell if you watch more than one reader in specific, you can tell who is collaborating with who and who's watching who and who's picking up information. Like literally, some of these readers don't even watch each other's messages. Literally, they'll see the title of the message, and then they'll make a whole channel message off of that. It's just like, come on. They got the audacity to be like, this person copying me. Like, we're not doing this in 2026. I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm not doing this with y'all. In fact, I stopped watching tarot completely. But like the readers I was watching that I've mentioned on here, that I was congratulating, I was trying to do readings for. A guy told me, I think last month or beginning this month, he was like, yo, stop helping them. Stop helping these people that don't want to be helped. Stop helping these people like that keep wishing you negativity and you wishing them good. The first example was Phoenix Marvelous, and I don't even give a fuck no more. I don't even give a fuck. I don't care. Has she been coming up in the energy a lot previously? Yes. After I stopped watching it, it's like she's just in the energy like, watch my messages. Watch my messages. What happened? I thought you said you hate me. now you have to take it up with God. That has nothing to do with me now. Once you tell me, somebody chosen from God, that I know God is very much aspected in my life, and you tell me you hate me, that's basically telling God you hate him. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be like egotistical. I'm so for real. And that's why her finances is doing what it's doing right now. Anywho's, even I would want to go to that extent. I would want to go to that extent, but like because this had nothing to do with her. But I'm a Water Star Vibe. If you want to watch Phoenix Marvelous, if not, y'all low key in the same area. You see what happened to her over the summertime? God said that was because of what she was trying to do towards me. Humble yourself. And I will humble myself also. Because like, don't nobody want to be in no situation like that. God forbid my life. Now, God saying that woman is an example for you. Please. I'm even saying please. So I started watching Water Survive. One of the main reasons why I started watching her about 4 or 5 years ago. This is around the time I started watching tarot around 2020. Around the time when Phoenix Marvelous started making videos. So, howsoever, out of all the tarot readers, Water Star Vibe stood out to me because she was doing channel messages. She was doing intuitive messages. She didn't have any tarot cards. So somebody who has the upbringing from church, that church background, I really appreciated that because, you know, her messages were good, very visual. As someone who started professionally making music in the year 2019, when I got to see the elevation somewhat previously of Water Star Vibe, and she started branching out and doing music. So that was even inspirational to me because by the time God said it was all right for me to start doing my content, Multimedia 7 American Heritage Society, I had Water Star Vibes to look towards because she would start making music. Now, no shade. Did I like the music? I didn't really particularly give a fuck. Maybe she feels the same way, maybe she don't. About me, howsoever. As a musician that's into spirituality, been into spirituality for a very long time, not just for jokes and giggles since out the womb. I was like, you know, this is a good example. It's like she was the first person to show me, all right, it can be done. You can do music industry and you can do the spiritual community. But God literally helped me since day one. Before I even made the first message, y'all don't know how many months I was researching, doing there, watching Terror Land and trying to incorporate God and trying to figure out how to do this without doing terror. Y'all don't understand that shit. This is why you can't look at somebody and give false judgment and be mad and jealous about what somebody else's destiny is. You don't know what people go through to get to who they are today. So, in fact, I'm not sad. I'm not mad. In regards to the spiritual community, Water Star Vibe is very disappointed in you. Very disappointed that this is what you have become. Because when I first started watching you, I was like, yes, somebody in the spiritual community who believes in God and then is not picking up tarot cards. Just to find out you nothing more but a tarot reader. I don't know what divination she does behind the scenes. We only see her face in the video. We don't ever usually see if she got a table right there. We don't know what be on the table. We don't know what she be doing. We don't know when she turn off that camera. We don't know what she be doing. I can pull cards. We can find out. Now, I want to say the right year. So around the year 20. All right. So let's before I get into that. So when I first started watching tarot around 2020, the only reason why I even know what a Patreon is because of Tarot Land. Water Star Vibes, Silver Eye Rise, Phoenix, no, not Phoenix Marvelous Souls. Water Star Vibes, excuse me. Don't want to say the wrong thing. Water Star Vibes, Silver Eye Rise, Lilo Vanity are the three people who let me know Daisy Odom, aka Arjuna, aka the previous professional high priestess are the reason why I know what a Patreon is to today. I saw how because a lot of people be, let me not say a lot of people, Phoenix Marvin would be the first one to be like, you're copying me, and this and the third. Let's give facts. Those were the people I seen doing Patreon when I was watching tarot. If you understand watching tarot, intuitive messages, and then having a certain kind of information on the Patreon that's available, business strategy, all right? I saw, even I had Water Star Vibes. I would never do Lilo Vandy. I had Water Star Vibes, and I had Professional High Priest Arjuna Daisy Odom on Patreon. I had one more person. I don't recall who it is. It might have been Silver Outrise. I'm not sure. I had their Patreons. And what I would say is the person who gave me more content was Professional High Priest Arjuna Daisy Odom. She was given to all. A lot of people like to call her crazy. She might be, I don't know, no negativity. But howsoever, informational based on the Patreon, that is who I view. And then when I started making my own content, not even at first, I started using Patreon for my music pages at first, because I understood the business strategy of how Patreon was being used in the tarot community, and I thought it was a wonderful idea. I said, how can I incorporate this in regards to my business? Now I have Patreon for Multimedia 7 and American Heritage Society, so thank you guys for that. Howsoever, before I started my Patreon for American Heritage Society and Multimedia 7, what happened was, before I really, like, within these last 2 years, before I started the Patreon for this, basically God told me, unsubscribe, delete everything in correlation with these people who in the spiritual community that you had their Patreon with. What God actually told me, and now I understand this dream I had the other day. You can go on TikTok if you want the message quicker, but howsoever, I had a dream the other day where God showed me that it was a whole bunch of people, and now I'm understanding this is what the dream was about. I had a dream the other day where it was a whole bunch of people, and they were at a crime scene in the kitchen. Food relevancy in the dream state has to do with the word of God, mana. And all these people was in the crowd. It wasn't everybody in the crowd that was at fault, but there was particular individuals in the crowd who were shook, who was scared, who were like, oh my gosh, does anybody in the crowd know that I was the one who committed the crime? And it was multiple people, so it's like either individually or together, these people had came together to do a crime. The crime was, and within them being at the crime scene in front of all those people, they still took that opportunity while in front of all those people to take the object that linked them to the crime and try to run off with it. Not me. So now I understand, in regards to now me saying during this message, that God was telling me about a year, 2 years ago, when I really started, like, I want to say 2 years ago, when I started the American Heritage Society classes, God was telling me, delete everything in correlation to every reader you had on Patreon, the messages, because, like, if you understand Patreon back in the day, not more so now, previously, if you signed up for these readers on Patreon, you would get a message every time, every email. They would make a message on Patreon. It would literally, like, be a new message all the time. God had me delete all that shit, and I was just like, why? So God had told me then, he was like, and I seen it with my own eyes. I can't tell. I wish I could tell you the time frame, the year, the day of when I got to visually see this happening, but just let this be a testimony. God told me to delete everything in correlation to that. Delete. I didn't even know, once you, like, don't use the Patreon no more, even if you unsubscribe, even if you're not subscribed to them on Patreon anymore, it's still up there in your history. So, like, God would tell me, delete all that. Make sure there's no trace of them in correlation to any account you're gonna use to your Patreon. I said, all right. And literally, the day, like the next day, I had all. God was like, go look at their pages.